Hello friends, welcome. It's my turn in Through the Ages, so I'm just having that right now. Great start to the stream, Deno. One of your best. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hello there, Darth Rosie. Welcome. Where is my yellow? G'day, Captain Carp. Where is ice yellow? Pastel yellow will do. In a pinch. In a pinch it'll do. Yes, project continuing. That is all. It's not an exciting stream, I'm afraid. As with most of the streams. G'day, Big Dig. As with most of the streams on a project, it's just grinding away. Just grinding away. Over and over. Haha, Match Fixer. Played some Voidfall this afternoon before stream, and in fact I'm going to go and play some more of it after stream. Complex game. What is the plan here, Deno? What is the plan? One day we'll figure that out. Stay. Stay, damn it. Oop. All right. So how do I highlight this to get a fluorescent color over the top? I think we will go with pastel pink and just normal pink. So normal pink is here. Pastel pink is here. Okay, let's go. Normal pink into a bit of magenta. Who the fuck's Brad? So we're going to do another little wonderful test with my black light. Look, I'm not up with all the cultural references that the kids are saying these days, mate. Wish I was, but I ain't. One of the risks I have with this project, which I think Bucks alluded to on yesterday's stream, is the risk of me just throwing out good quality painting over and focusing instead on gimmicks like my lighting and my black light stuff. It's a genuine risk. It's a genuine risk. So we just got to be cognizant of that fact. I don't think it's it's a risk. Look, I've been doing it for a while, so you'd want to be able to pick up a brush and do some shit with it if you're doing it for as long as I have. Have you played at Match Fixer? I bought it on a whim the other day. Dude advertised it on Board Games of Oz Marketplace. And I remember thinking, I tipped in $1 for it in the Kickstarter, but then I didn't end up buying it. What do I think of it? It's a Euro game, which is weird for a 4X space game, for it to be a full Euro. Optimization of actions, and engine building. So it's a deceptive appearance, and I was expecting that when I bought it, because I had done a little bit of research on it. But I think it's always a surprise when you have a game that's looks like it's going to be one thing and plays like completely something else. Having said that, I think it's quite brilliant. It's probably the game that I've played recently that has taken me the longest amount of time to grok on the rules. It's a monumental rule set. And now that I've played it, I think I could explain it to someone pretty easily. But yeah, it's hard to just try and learn it out of the book. I watched how to play videos like 4 times. But it's good. Really, really good actually. I think it could. I mean, it'll at this point in time, and I know we're talking about the 8th of January. it'll be in my top 5. I can't see it getting dislodged from the top 5, but we'll see. The last year I made a call about that time as well, which was Aeon Trespass Odyssey, and it was my number 1 game for the year. So I feel confident making a call like that. So good game, good game. Not for everyone though. It's definitely a solo game. I would not play it with more than 2 players. Maybe 3 if it was people that I really trusted, and trust is not the right word, but had confidence that they could play a game without analysis paralysis. There's a cooperative mode as well as a competitive mode. The co-op mode looks really, really good. Competitive is actually less complicated than the co-op and the solo modes. So maybe the fact that I'm trying to play solo is actually impacting my perspective of it. I'm not sure. But yeah, overall, after 1 play, it'll be going into my BGG rankings at a 9 out of 10. And I can't see it going lower. I can only see it going higher. Alright, fluorescent magenta. Let's mix that bad boy. Whoa! Mix that bad boy up. Generally, it's been my experience that fluorescents only go on well over white, and secondly, they do tend to be much better in an airbrush. But you have to do like quite a few layers in an airbrush. So let's see. It is gonna. So this is actually changing the way that I'm thinking about painting these models. Normally you do skin out. Well, I hadn't bought a game in months, but we bought, I bought Apiary, and I bought Endless Winter, and I bought Voidfall in the space of about 3 weeks. And they're all good purchases. If I was to say which one I think is going to get the most play, it's probably Apiary. Just feels like the most accessible. Yeah, yeah. I found out this week that I'm going to be doing a lot of travel. Yeah, New South Wales as well now. Yeah, so it's going to be busy year. So we'll see. Yeah, look, it's easier than it's easier than a trip to Taz, right? Like Taz is a pretty big flight, long flight, and then big commitment. New South Wales, yeah, hour and 20-minute flight and easy to get a hire car, all that sort of shit. So yeah, it'll be fine. But traveling absolutely reduces my time at home doing projects that I like, and it also reduces time that I can spend with my girlfriend, who's probably listening to this right now because she's a creeper. But it also reduces the time that I get to spend by myself, which I also like. So let's use this now, and then we're going to do a test. Alright, so this is purple. So for this project, it looks like we've dived right into a secondary triad, green, orange, purple. Usually my preference. Makes for a good G'day, Yab. Good palette. Alright, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to turn off all the lights, and if you weren't on yesterday's stream, you'll have no idea what's happening. But if you were on yesterday's stream, you'll know. And it's experiment time. Dano puts on his mad scientist hat. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, tremendous, Yab. That's great news. Look at that. This is all experimentation, and it's working fine, but there's definitely things that I need to factor into this. Okay, it worked. Staying alive, ha 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 ha, staying alive. It is going to be exciting, Yab, this project. I've really got to figure out a way to incorporate the black light across the whole piece, the wider piece now, because it's actually shaping a lot of my decision making right now. And it wasn't supposed to be the core part of what I was doing, but here it is. We're having a great time. Definitely need some volupus in there. I think so. I mean, I actually didn't even ask him today. I just assumed he would, but he won't do it unless I join the actual Discord face page. Let's go see. Deno. There we go. And then there we go. Migback got a 3-day ban. How'd you get banned? Oh, well. Yeah, fair enough. I painted her. The bust version? I painted the bust version. On stream too, I might add. Yeah, I've done some dongs. You know what they say, friends? It's not what, it's who you know. Although, to be fair, I didn't do any petitioning. Someone must be out to get him. Someone said, you know what, that Migback, absolute scrubber, get him gone. Where are you coming from, Yab? Where are you coming from for the event, the Crimson Brush? Yeah, beautiful, mate. Staying in an Airbnb or a hotel somewhere, or? Good. Ibis is good. Good choice. It's an awesome event, mate. Is this your first time, or your first time going to CanCon, or? Oh, wow. Cool. Well, let me give you the highlights of Canberra. You're going to it. CanCon is the only highlight. Everything else sucks. Yeah, I think it's in Dixon. It's not far. Just up the Federal Highway, I think. It's a good spot. There's like quite a few food places around there, I think, too, Dixon. Yeah, nothing much to do in Canberra, mate. Nothing much to do there. You're going to the legitimate highlight of the city. I'm being a bit harsh there. G'day, Jared, but it isn't a great place. Like, there's fuck all doing. And then the actual Crimson is a really cool place to spend your time, but CanCon itself is actually massive. Like, it is a gigantic place, full of wonder and opportunity. So you'll be able to kick around. Is that like the Science Centre? Questicon? Is that what that is? Yeah, no, I'm comfortable with my statement. Well, I think this is coming up on my uh, 15th year going to CanCon, or at least very close. So I feel qualified to talk about it. Um, One year I went on a park run around Lake Burley Griffin. I did go to the science centre. It was okay. No, that's good. That's good. You're not missing anything. So no, well, the actual mate. If you haven't yet, make sure you go and grab a lounge ticket for the Crimson Brush. We have a pretty secluded room that has limited seating, and the lounge ticket gets you access to that room and that area whenever you want it over the weekend. And it's one of the only truly air conditioned places at the whole venue, so it's good to have a little place to have a respite. Um, and yeah, that's the place to be to hang out with other like minded painters, where you can cop an absolute spray from me about whatever it is I'm on a rampage on. What? No, Jared, I don't mean we've got a separate room. Same room. Just means someone who's never been, you know, it's quite a secluded room and area away from everyone. No, we're not. We're never getting the second room. I've told many people that, and they're always like, "Oh, I had this great idea, so we could get some more space. Why don't we just get that second room?" It's like, you know what, mate? I really wish I'd thought of that. You know, it's never occurred to me in the fucking 7 years I've run this event to fucking set up a second room. What a fucking great idea. Jeez, I'm fucking stupid for not thinking of that. Thanks for having my back, Timbo. Looking forward. Banned. Banned. That will just ban you from the room, mate. There would be some people who would say that I am an abrasive, unkind person. And to those people, I say, fuck off. Now, I was reflecting on my approach to feedback and communicating with people around painting, and trying to decide if I need to adjust that approach now that I'm community leader and all that, and I've decided no. Decided that I'm not going to change my approach. And I'll tell you why. We just don't speak the truth often enough. And social media is a great representation of that. People spend far too long pandering to other people's egos on social media. Far too long. Sometimes the best thing that you can hear is, you know what, mate? That's just not very good. We don't live in a world of participation medals. We live in the real world. I had a very... Yeah, no, I'm the same, mate. Well, we assume I'm the same, autistic speaking. My recollection on this is I had a meeting with my boss long time ago. This is one of the pivotal moments in my life, absolutely seminal moment. And I got in trouble. I got in massive trouble. I did something that my boss had said don't do. Right? I straight up was just doing it anyway. This is long time. This is like 20 years ago. And my boss sees me doing it, and he gives me an absolute bake. He's like, "What the fuck are you doing, Dano? Like, seriously, what the fuck? I told you not to do that, and you fucking ignored me. That's it. I've had enough. We're fucking going to disciplinary." So, my immediate response to this conversation with my boss was, "You can't talk to me like that." That was the first response I had. "You can't talk to me like that. You're not allowed to swear at me." And so we went and had a sit-down disciplinary meeting, and I had this revelation where he's like, "Why did you do that?" I was like, "Well, because I'm an idiot." And then I was gonna come back with, "Well, you're not allowed to speak to me that way." And then I realised that the reason I was feeling like upset that this dude had a go at me and said swear words at me, and why I was feeling upset, was because I was trying to absolve myself of the responsibility of my choices and my actions. I was trying to make it about him instead of about me, so that I could not be the person who had made the mistake, and so that it could be his fault in my mind. And that was a absolute revelation for me. It's about 25, I think. 23, something like that. So I got a written warning for my actions, and then I walked away, and I was a far better human being as a result of it. And you may be asking, well, how are you a better human being, Dan? It's because I decided to take responsibility for my actions and not have other people's words, feedback, take away from my own responsibilities. And this is the thing about the feedback that I give on this stream and to people in general. Sometimes people don't like when I say that shit house, mate. But do they not like that because they're worried about their feelings being hurt? Or do they not like that because they think I'm wrong? If they think I'm wrong, that's cool. Subjectivity is a wonderful thing. And you're allowed to disagree with me. And in fact, I would challenge and say that people that hear feedback, i.e. that shit house, and then keep doing it their way anyway, are the ones who are actually on the right path. Because they're the ones who know what they want. They're the ones who have a vision. Got a bit off tangent here. Don't know how I got onto this. But anyway. Yeah, started with the second room. Yeah. Don't talk to me about the second room. Is it long and short of it? But don't ask me for feedback either. Had enough. Look, if you can get me a third room, I will give you feedback on whatever you want. Damn right you'll stop, mate. I'll fucking start bagging the guilds in. Be like, what a shit event. No one should go to it. Fucking waste of space. Couldn't organise a route in a brothel with a fistful of 50s. Don't tell me to calm down. You calm down. Hello, Pixel Pirate. No, look. I think we just, as a general rule, taking offence is far too common. Far too common. It would shock me, absolutely shock me, if most people in the world weren't far better off. G'day, Shiny Math Rock Emporium. Having someone tell them the absolute truth and have someone say, oh wow, you're so great. So many people in the world just need to hear a bit of truth. So I try to give it. Sometimes that results in hurt feelings, but we'll get this girl on the base, and then we'll have a look. I think, because I need to very much think about. Yep. Let's have a look. I made some choices about this. I haven't done it yet. I do try to do that, Yab. I do try to adjust my feedback based on the level of the person, but that doesn't mean that I don't give truthful feedback. Okay. I'm gonna paint over this and have this be yellow hazard stripes, that little bit there, and I'm gonna do the same on these. I don't like this pink stripe, it's shit house. I'll change my mind, but the pants are gonna be pink. Yeah. So can you have it when I finish it? No. You can buy it if you want. Let's see the cool bit. Who's ready for the cool bit? I do this too much. You have no idea how good it looks in real life. It looks so good. It is just splashing. It is just popping off. Look at that. Popping off. Alright, let's do the yellow? Yeah, we do yellow. Let's do that yellow now. Dance with me, take the lead now. Got you so high that you can't come down. Come down. It's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I pretty much love this. I think this is going to be my favourite project that I've ever done. And that's saying something because we've got a few bangers in there. Does everyone remember Camelot? Does anyone need me to show off Camelot again? I can show off Camelot if you want to see Camelot. Yeah, I'll show you Camelot. Fair enough. Since you asked for it, Jared. Payback is a bitch. Payback is a bitch. How did I do what? Camelot? You know, Jared, I got to tell you, right? So I like you. You're a good bloke. Some of the time, but I actually forget. I forget that you did that dwarf diorama, which had like 12 models on it, right? So you actually are one of the few people that actually understands my pain. You're one of the few people that realizes how much work goes into something like this. And you choose to come in and make fun of me. So I've decided that you're my mortal enemy. No, you're gonna have one in you this year. That's exciting. Is it gonna be for an event, or are you just gonna plug away at it, or have you secretly already done it and are bringing it to Crimson? That is true. That is true. And I said he couldn't do it. Okay, I reckon we just add some tealy bits. Ocean blue, Bucks's favourite colour. And into a bit of turquoise. Good to hear, mate. Good to hear. I am, as you know, quite partial to a diorama. You painted Athena, Yab. Very good. Should be a good event. Are you coming along, Shiny Math Rock Emporium? You coming along to our Crimson Brush, mate, or based in Australia? Beautiful, mate. Well, Jared's been banned from Standard, mate, so you don't have to worry about that. got away with entering standard at a European competition. Doesn't get that here. That's good from you, Jared. Good mate of mine, Mr. Dix. Well, Mathrock, we around this neck of the woods, we're always talking about the value of entering into competitions, but never at the expense of your own enjoyment of what we do. So as long as you're having a good time, you keep doing you. It's one thing I will scream from the hilltops. I'm not doing this thing that I'm doing right now, or painting in general, for anything other than my own fun, funsies. Have a splash, Timbo. Oh, look, mate, I think that's the right call for you, not because of your skill level, but because I'm of the perspective that if you're not sure, you're probably not ready for Masters. Indeed, Jared and I come from a long line of army painters. Absolutely, mate. You can post whatever you want. We are beyond friendly. There's no rules here. You can do whatever you want. I wouldn't even know how to stop you if I could. bring it up. Oh, cool. Infinity. So I had a little my brother-in-law's a good dude and really good dude, and he and I play board games every now and then. And he actually got into Infinity for a while there, and so I've actually played a couple of games of it. I really liked it. I really liked the mechanics. Like you have these order token things, and it was quite good. Um, couldn't see myself playing it long term, but that's because I've played a lot of war games over a long period of time. So and these days I'm much more invested in just painting cool models and playing board games with my friends. But it's good, mate. I like it. The ancient art of non-metallic metal. It's one of the only times you can actually say that. The ancient art of, in reference to miniature painting, and actually be telling the truth. That is a technique derived from old school painting. Just add a wee bit of green, I think. Yeah, nice. Tricky to do. Okay, let's go. Never used oil paints. Well, never used them properly. I've done a few little things, but I would like to get around to using them someday, I think. Just add another kit, another tool to the repertoire, to the kit bag, as it were. You're speaking my language, mate. Blanchitsu, that's my childhood right there. Jared's the same. Grew up on that stuff. How do you only paint with oils? I can't imagine. I cannot imagine that. Well, there's a very good. Oh, awesome! There's a very good painter on here, obviously, James Wapple, who does oil painting. Although I'm not sure, I haven't been paying close attention if he's still streaming or if he's been streaming in a while. Had a pretty unfortunate uh, incident happen in his life, so don't know if he's painting as much. But yeah, I've seen what people can do with just oils. That's good. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. There's there's an incredible Russian painter that I met at Monty a few years ago. His name's Dmitry Faseshko, and he actually put together some really good YouTube videos. Which, if you ever wanted to learn how to, if you ever want to learn how to do oils, he's actually got some, like, basically here is everything you need to know about oils videos. And Faseshko is like literally one of the best painters in the world. So if you're interested on seeing an application of oils in a miniature format, go look up Dmitry Faseshko on YouTube, if they're still around. See if Jared comes through with a link for that. Me too. Just ingrained habit these days. I mean, I was talking about my soldering that I did on my city just on the stream yesterday, and I was like, yeah, so I really enjoyed soldering, but I had to stop myself from burning my finger off entirely with the soldering iron on several occasions, just because my instinct was to grab it when I put it down, or like just try and tweak things with my finger like I do with a paintbrush. Very bad. Don't lick the soldering iron. It's just good advice all round, isn't it? What was that colour? Oh, that's the colour I need. Pistachio. I need more pistachio in my life. Alright, let's all make a pact right now that I use pistachio as a highlight colour for everything. Everything. Agreed. Pistachio can be the colour that separates and brings us together. Well, this little city that I'm working on also lights up, my good man. So I'm familiar with some of those things that you just said, but some of that other stuff also just sounds like straight up gibberish. So I whip my hair back and forth. I whip my hair back and forth. is no big deal. It's just eyes. We just paint it and move on. Yeah, Jared, I was talking to someone the other day. Might have been Mossy. Um, every now and then I find myself like squinting or struggling to see things. Not frequently, but I reckon at some point I'm going to need to go glasses for this level of work. You? Yeah. We'll see. If it happens, it happens. My dad's got glasses. My mum's got glasses. I've had a fantastic run with my eyesight. I've never had problems with my eyesight at all. So ticking over 41 in a few months, a few weeks actually. Short-sighted on top. I'm not laughing at. Well, I am laughing at you, but just at the idea of that, needing both. People keep trying to get me onto this old world dealio. I don't know. We need you back, mate. Not for now. Not for now, but we'll see what the future holds. Could be good to relive the glory days. Good for you. Give them hell. G'day, TJ Resin. Alright. Now we'll get a little bit of this gear going. Where are you? Ooh, the Vidon blue. You're a good colour. Where's my Sigil Brown? Is that you back there? No. Hello? There you are. They did that with Ravening Hordes back in the day. They had everyone in there and you could start playing from day dot, but who knows? Who knows what will happen? I'm a fire starter. Twisted fire starter. Boo! I'm the educated. Pistachio! So, my original plan for this project was to go very much full neon cyberpunk color palette, right? So just a color explosion, a full saturation generation attack on the senses. And then I started painting the base of that, and it started falling into very much a Necromunda style, like a grimy sort of color palette. And I started thinking, oh yeah, we'll lean into that grimy sort of colors instead of this. But now we're back. We're back on crazy colors. And friends, I've got to tell you, I'm very happy. I'm very happy about it. Pistachio highlights everywhere. That's too much pistachio, don't I? Still too much, son. Can you cool your jets? Hey, it's a green. It's just a bright green. It's like actually a terrible highlight colour to choose. This is pistachio. Terrible colour to choose. But we're rolling with it. Alright. I reckon it might be time for a little bit of crazy airbrushing. See if we can't make this all look a little bit good. Unlikely. But we'll try. So this foot's going to be in the, well, both feet? No, not this foot. The other foot is going to be in the sludge on the ground floor of our sewer. So we don't need to worry about painting the boots too much because they're going to be filled with green sludge. But, yeah. Just zoom out so you can see her a bit better. Yeah, she looks good. Okay, so what I want to try and do... Oh yeah, putting paint's been on fire. I was on there for the first time in probably about 6 months the other day, and I was like, holy fuck. People are on a rampage. Okay, so here's my thought. We're going to do some green. It's going to be like a green glow from one side, and that's from the actual light that we have coming down. And so I'm going to try and make one whole side green, but in a subtle way. So I'm noted for my subtlety. Thanks, X-Bond. Let me show you something else I did. Good night to be a Camelot fan. Thanks, Simafia. We spent about seven weeks on that. Most of it is still on my YouTube. Actually, you can still and see it. Yeah, it's a bit of a running gag on the stream, mate, that I'll drop that out every now and then. It's yeah. It's a project I'm pretty proud of. Took a long time. Oh, Jared. Well, if you're not familiar with the original Kickstarter, there was 13 models, and 12 of them were very thematic and tied into the story of King Arthur and the Knights. 13th was called the Grail Pilgrim, and it's completely out of scale and completely out of sync with everything else. But let's have a look at him, because he is in this. He is in this, and if you have a look, you can't see my mouse right now, but behind where Lancelot and Guinevere are right now, which is in the top, behind the tree right now, and behind that rock, tucked in behind all of that, is a little Grail Pilgrim. You should be able to see him for about 2 seconds, coming up with... There he is, look at him, there he is. His little face is hanging out there, and then he's gone again. What a little champion. Good work, Jared. Crowd appreciates you. X-Bond, I absolutely do sell things that I create, yes. I sell most things I create. I've got about 3 things sitting over in my cabinet right now to sell in the next little while. If you're ever interested in buying something of mine, friends, I'm sure most of you would know this already, but you can just send me a message on Instagram if you're interested. In anything I do, but I don't do this for a job, so that's just for funsies. No, nothing, Bucks. They're just picking on me tonight, mate. Jared is cruising for a ban from Crimson Brush, a lifetime ban from Crimson Brush. Absolutely on a rampage is. Where's my Volupus pink? I need something that brings me joy. Everyone else is a criminal. Why can't I find Volupus pink when I need it? I need the support. I guess Sigvald Burgundy will have to do. It's a little bit stronger than what I like, but we'll make do. Oh, mate, hour and a half. I don't think I'll be staying for too much longer. Got a new board game to play. Where actually is my Volupus pink? I'm upset about that. snow. Jealous. Love the snow. Oh yeah, we do a little spatter. That might work. Alright, there we go. Thank you, mate. Have a fantastic day. -6. Gosh. That is cold. Alright, just need to do some black lining. Throw a bit of purple into my black lining mixture. Same, but different. We've had a fair bit of flooding over here in Australia the last few years. This year looks like we could be on track for some more. Cool. She is done enough that we can move on to another girl. We won't be finishing anyone completely until we've got all of the chickie babes done to a very specific level. I'm going to turn off my palette for a bit. Going to turn off Camelot for a bit. Turn it back on, Deno. Oh, look, the crowd's asking for it, friends. I'll keep you two out. You two can go away. You can go away. Need to find me Volupus Pink. I'm upset about that. Or am I out? Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I'm actually out of it. Tragic. Alrighty then. Okay, so we've got a good approach for painting magenta. I feel comfortable painting magenta. That's good. Yes, Timothy, there is a Lady of the Lake in the Camelot Diary here. I'll post a link to my to the actual Camelot Instagram post, and you can have a look yourself. She's coming out of the water with Uther Pendragon standing over her. Okay, so the next thing that we need to figure out a good approach for is painting hazard stripes. Or just get in and raw dog them. Well, I wasn't talking about the actual process as much as I was talking about how do I get colours that are fluorescent so they look good when we do. Bit of ivory, Deno. Alright, so I think we mix a little bit of this yellow in with the fluorescent yellow. Let's see if that works. It's Dr. Deno time. Let's have another experiment. Thank you, Ash's Gaming Talks. I'm just testing something and then I'll show you a few of the other things that we've been doing. I know this looks like I'm turning all my lights off, but I'm using a black light to see something. That looks sick! So that's over a black... Oh, if you want to see this, by the way, this is how this is looking. Yeah. So just adding the pigment to the yellow paint is enough to get a very solid, convincing effect. So let's paint that on in a couple of layers. Bonjour, Weetabix! Have I ever told you, Weetabix, that I love your name because it reminds me of a breakfast cereal we have here in Australia? Yeah, it's French. It's like Asterix or Obelix. Weetabix. Alright, that looks good. So we'll just clean up the black. Alright, I might just do this without turning off my lights, see if that works. Ugh. Can't really tell, can you? Wow. What factory, I wonder, if Francesco Pepe is talking about? Okay, the yellow is not as impressive. Is it really? That is unreal. That yellow is nowhere near as cool as the other colours. But maybe that's just because I haven't used pure yellow pigment. Okay. I'll do that now. We could mix in the orange, yeah, we could, but I'll just try just this straight yellow fluorescent. Because what I'm going to do, or what I have been doing, is painting the fluorescent and then highlighting and shading over the top. So anyway, yes, if you've just joined, so this is a big diorama. This chick goes on there. We just painted her tonight. She sits here. I'm going to add some more pink. Going to add some more colours. And the actual whole diorama looks like this. So should be cool when we finish it off. I too love Cyberpunk, Ashes Gaming. That is my goal with this project, to do something cool. The yellow is very good, yes. I'm happy with the yellow, or the decision to incorporate the yellow. Just got to make sure that it looks good. Thank you, Shiny Mathrock. It's very early stages. Camelot took, as I said, about 7 weeks. This one probably less than that, but Camelot had a lot more construction. This one's had a lot more lighting and wiring and all sorts of stuff that I've had to do to it. So it's actually taken quite a while. Well, I'm visiting a friend of mine on Thursday, and this is what I have to ask his advice upon. It is exactly what you've just described, a LED screen that I may be able to put in the building and have a rotating picture. We'll see. He's got to teach me how to do that, because I have no idea. I've wired all the electronics for everything else and shit like that, but fuck me if I know how to do anything like that. Okay, so I'm going to put little bits of grass around here. It's underground sewers, so some grass will look good. Then we're going to do a resin pour where everything is going to be clear. Yeah, that's a good... That is a fantastic idea. Oh, good. I should absolutely do that just for Jared. Just for Jared. So lots of little things. Let's put her on here. It looks as though we're going to need to add some more pink to this scene, especially over this side. But zoom out, get some more light. Part 1. Part 1. Alright, there we go. We can actually see it now. Yeah. So the challenge with a scene of this much complexity and detail, which we are facing into, and there is quite a lot of detail, is losing focus on the models. So you'll actually see me have a tendency to simmer down on detail in the background and not fully paint it. Like if you look at this little bit here and these little bits here, it's nowhere near the same level of painting that I've put on the models. We want to try and bring all of the focus into the figures, so we'll tend to dull that down even further. And we'll continue to add rust and various bits and pieces to everything else that's going on. But the next chick to paint, I think, will be this one. And she stands here. Let's have a look. She stands... Where's the hole? There she is. She stands here. So we'll have a think about her. What we want her to look like. And then I need to add some more pinks to this side. I think we'll use this Sigvald Burgundy a fair bit. It's a very strong colour, but we'll do it. Alright friends, that's going to be it for me tonight. Bucks is too little too late. Pink hair for her. Yeah, that could work. That could work. And then of course we've got this chick with her dog and she's sitting over this side. She's going to be fun to paint. I'm really excited for painting her. She's a lot of skin, which is going to be nice in this underground area. So I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm actually going to finish this section completely, varnish it, and then do the actual water effects on the bottom. And we'll have this scene be finished. And then that way I'll work up to the next bit. Anyway, that's it. Yes, very good. Thank you, friends. Have a fantastic day, evening, good night. And we will catch you all in the next stream. I'm back next Sunday. I should be back next Sunday to paint some models. And then not long from now, we're going to be down at the Crimson Brush, which is exciting for everyone, I hope. Thank you, Nurgle. See you, friends. Catch you all next time. Big Dano out.